Well, earlier, CCTV's Clementine Logan spoke to South Sudan's presidential spokesperson. She began by asking Ateny Wek Ateny whether the army is, as Riek Machar recently claimed, still pursuing the former first vice president.
There's no truth at all, because Dr. Riek Machar is a normal citizen, and so the government cannot go and pursue a citizen of its own. So the leadership of the SPLM-IO has been taken over by Taban Dengai, as required by the agreement on the resolution of conflict in the Republic of South Sudan. Therefore, Riek Machar is a normal citizen, and the government cannot go after its own citizen.
Now, Riek Machar recently asked members of his SPLM-IO to boycott cabinet meetings. Given the current political impasse, is there any basis for a working relationship looking forward between Riek Machar and Salva Kiir, or has it become untenable?
Within the Republic of South Sudan or outside the Republic of South Sudan, there are two choices to this. One choice is for anyone looking to sponsor, anything in South Sudan, will have to either sponsor peace or sponsor war. If you want to sponsor war, then you can go and still talk about Machar. If you want to sponsor peace, then you stand with Taban Dengai, who is the new first vice president and is the leader of the SPLM-IO. And that you will see the peace and social fabric being stitched again in South Sudan. And the country will not continue to be polarized, because Taban Dengai and President Salva Kiir has very good working relations. And they are working even to unite the army so that the army is one. They are even working to unite all the institutions so that the people of South Sudan just see themselves as South Sudanese instead of being South Sudanese IG or South Sudanese IO.
So currently your position is that there's no place in South Sudan's political future for Riek Machar?
Yeah, the political dispensation now is not for Riek Machar, unless you are looking for war. If you are looking for war, then you can continue to talk about Machar. Taban Dengai is the man of peace, and even you can see the working relationship that he has forged with President Salva Kiir, and everything now is going very smoothly, and the situation has returned to normalcy in South Sudan.
Salva Kiir has so far been fairly resistant to foreign troops being sent into South Sudan. In light of recent discussions about the United Nations mandate in the country, is the government's position likely to change regarding this? There
are already 12,000 UN peacekeepers in South Sudan. If there is anything at all that foreign troops could do in South Sudan, to alleviate people from the suffering, they could have done it, because it's a huge number. President Salva Kiir is also looking for a homegrown, solution, and the homegrown solution now comes through the leaders, and this is what is going to make the situation better in South Sudan. Not how many troops you bring to South Sudan. You will not bring peace, as we are running to, to make sure that we unite the army within 18 months, and already we have lost 9 months into the agreement. We wanted the two leaders to expedite the process of uniting the army and reform the institutions, so that when we go for election in 2018, it will be a free and fair election, simply because you cannot have a free and fair elections when you have two rivaling forces who are not having working relations. And that will bring South Sudan to normalcy through democracy, instead of just certain individuals trying to impose themselves as if South Sudan cannot do without them.